G'day, it's Pete here, and I'm back for some more hands from the Gold Coast. Today I want to wrap up some of my favorite hands, or polarizing hands more so, from the final. So I've got 5 hands for you today, and I wanted to go through and talk about some of the thoughts that I had at the table. Some good, some bad. It wasn't all glory, but I managed to get up in the end. So let's jump in and check out this first one. So this first one was from the second stanza of the final. There was four stanzas of 12 boards. Okay, so in this one, I had this 13 count. I opened a spade, and partner bid 3 hearts, which we were playing as like a 10 to 12 raise. I could have 3 or 4 card support for spades, and it's kind of awkward. I've got this hand that I've got 13 high card points. I got a double turn, and where I wanted to give a vulnerable game a shot. So I bid 4 spades. And here, Tony Nunn found a really annoying lead for me. So when I was looking at this hand, we got a spade lead, and my partner's got this good club suit that I potentially want to set up. And I just sort of want to lead clubs towards the south hand a couple of times. But then I've got this issue in diamonds where if I want to lead clubs, if I win the first spade in my hand and then lead a club, they could potentially lead diamonds and make me have to trump with the king jack of spades. So I thought it was a bit awkward about whether or not I win the first spade in the south hand or win it in the north hand. So I got these 3 diamond losers where maybe I could try and lead a diamond to the king and just trump a diamond. And if I do that, then I'll basically just need to find the queen of hearts later on, and I might have time to set up clubs in that case. Although I really wanted to start by playing a club first and then maybe playing a diamond the second round, because if I start with a diamond towards the king and it loses, I feel like all my eggs are in that basket and I just won't have time to set up clubs because I won't be able to trump the diamonds effectively. But the spade layout just made it really awkward here. So in the end, I decided to win in the south hand and try a diamond towards the king, which lost. And then we got a spade back, which I won. And now I've still got 2 diamond losers and 2 club losers. But at this stage, I can't effectively trump both my diamonds. So I needed to play for hearts to be 3-3 with the guessing the queen. And I had a really long thought about who I wanted to play for the queen of hearts. I was pretty tempted to I was thinking about this before the 9 of spades came back, but I was pretty tempted to play Tony for the queen of hearts because he'd chosen a passive spade lead, and he might have chosen a heart lead from like 2 or 3 low if he had that. Whereas if he had the queen of hearts, maybe he was less inclined to try and lead this lead away from a heart there. So I was thinking of winning the spade in my hand and just leading a heart. One of the issues that I had was if I lead like the jack of hearts and it goes jack, queen, ace, now the heart suit's kind of blocked. I would definitely need hearts 3-3, so I'd be playing heart, and then a spade back. In the end, I decided to play Paul for the queen of hearts. Largely, I thought that it wasn't clear that he would lead a heart anyway, and this sort of freed up my entries a little bit. So I can play a heart to the jack and get my diamond rough in straight away. And now I just played a heart. I could have repeated the finesse here. I didn't really see any benefit in doing it. So I went up with the king, but I thought it was much of a muchness. I probably should have repeated the finesse. Might have given me some very other fringe options. But I cashed the ace of spades and played a heart. And when ace shows out, I'm dead in the water. So at the other table though, here Arlene got a heart lead, and this fixes up your entries so you can very comfortably win the first heart in the north hand. And she went for the club play that was pretty keen on doing. And after this, she managed to make 4 spades here. She got the clubs set up. And yeah, the heart lead made all the difference. East did have a passive heart lead and a passive spade lead, but that was actually a game swing against us. And I'm still not sure how I should be playing it. And I really did want to win that first lead and lead a club. It seemed like I didn't really want to put all my eggs in that basket of the diamond up. This second hand, though, here it went pass from Mike, and Paul opened one club. And the way that they were playing it is one club could be short. It was sort of like any weak no trump or any unbalanced hand with clubs. Now here I've got a nice hand. I've got 16 points. I've got this great spade suit. And the question is, do I actually just want to bid 4 spades? Or at the other table here, they went for doubling first. They doubled a no trump, and then they bid 3 spades to say, hey, I've got this great hand with spades. What do you want to do? So here they got to 3 spades. I got to 4 spades doubled. Now, my hand is strong enough that you could consider like doubling and then bidding again. But here, for all practical purposes, it felt like I wanted to be playing in 4 spades nearly all the time. I don't actually need that much from partner. So give me the king of hearts, and then maybe I can make this contract. And if you have this slow auction, then you might not actually have partner with the king of hearts know that's a useful card and bid on. Also, if partner doesn't have anything, maybe the opponents are about to bid 4 hearts, and I'd be bidding 4 spades over it, and you'd always get doubled in that auction, whereas you don't get doubled as often when you just bid 4 major. The final reason that I wanted to bid 4 spades was sometimes the opponents bid on over you, and then you can penalize them because they're not expecting you to be as good as this. So here, with these hands, I like to just apply pressure and get there quickly. Also, partner being a passed hand, slam seems pretty far away. The opponent's opening the bidding, slam seems far away. I don't feel like I'm missing a slam very often here. And now here I got a heart lead. Now partner came down with a pretty bad hand for me, except the heart lead made all the difference here because I got to stick in the queen. And then after this, now I just have to work out how to play spades. We've got 9 spades. We're missing the queen. That would suggest playing the ace king. But here East doubled for like values, but West passed it. When West passed the double here, I feel like they're a huge favorite to have the queen of spades. So at this stage, I just played a spade to the 10 and then cashed the ace of spades. And we managed to make 10 tricks here. So after this, I messed around a bit and tried to see if I could get anything extra in clubs, but not to be. But this was a nice game swing pickup here. Whereas at the other table, where they took it slower, here they found the ace of diamonds lead. Firstly, it was a 1 diamond opening rather than the 1 club, which the 1 club really didn't help East out with the lead because it was sort of any weak no trump or clubs. Whereas when they opened a diamond, having a more genuine suit does actually help partner find the right lead or what to lead from this hand. So I thought that was kind of interesting that sometimes bidding is like, let's just stick all the hands in one category and we'll try and show it later. But when the auction gets preemptive or takes space away, sometimes you have to guess what to actually lead from partner, and it makes it difficult here. But here, after the ace of diamonds, firstly, they didn't give up their king of hearts trick, but also no entry to actually finesse the spades. So after diamond, diamond, they ruffed. They tested spades to see what they could do. And then here they cashed a spade, got back out, and North ended up actually going down in 3 spades. So handy pickup there. So these were in the earlier stanzas. I think that was the 3rd stanza of the final. Going into the 4th stanza, we had a bit of a lead. We're up by like 9, 10 imps. And I don't think I actually played well in the final one, which was kind of a bit disappointing. But I want to highlight some interesting hands here. So here, East opened a heart, West bid a spade, and East bid 4 clubs. 4 clubs here was a splinter, showing singleton or void club. and then it was 4 spades. Now, there's sort of 3 leads that I would consider here. You might consider the ace of clubs, maybe the jack of diamonds, maybe a trump. I didn't feel like the ace of clubs was going anywhere, or that I needed to rush to try and take it. Basically, when ace has the singleton club, where are they going to throw their singleton club? Maybe it's on diamonds, but it's hard to see where else it's going to go. But I felt like I didn't need to rush to do that. So for me, it was really between the jack of diamonds and a spade. I ultimately settled on the jack of diamonds, but basically as soon as dummy went down, I was really regretting my lead. Like, dummy came down with king, queen, 4th diamond, but like the void club, and I just thought, actually, I think a trump was a standout lead here. But here I went diamond to the ace, diamond back, the 9, 10. I was trying to work out, is my 8 actually going to come relevant here? And they played a low heart and trumped. And at this stage, I was just like, a trump lead just would have been so much better here. And they just progressed on. I had hopes that maybe they would try and like not ruff a heart and I'd get an opportunity, but they rough. And it's just like, how much better would it have been for me to lead a trump? And this was basically my thought process, which is really sad because I had another opportunity here and I was still regretting my opening lead, like 6 tricks in. And my play here, playing the ace of clubs, was actually really bad. And this is why when you make a mistake or make an option, you really shouldn't think that it's over. You often can make one mistake and still capitalize. But if I backtrack and stopped and tried to work out what I actually know is going on here. So if I go back to the start, here I went jack of diamonds. Firstly, I know West has 4 spades. What sort of hand shape do they have? They could have more spades. But I went jack of diamonds, and then it went a diamond back. So they've got 2 or 3 diamonds here. But they probably wouldn't put the 9 of diamonds on if they had 3 diamonds, because they know I've got the 10. They don't really know about the 8. So here I should know that West has only 2 diamonds. And then they played a low heart and they trumped. So now I know they've got no hearts and they've got 2 diamonds. And they've got 11 cards in the blacks. They lead the jack of clubs. And here, interestingly, it goes rough and the queen appears. Okay, so why would my partner play the queen? Well, maybe that's from king, queen or something. But then they played ace of hearts and they threw a club away. Definitively only have 2 diamonds here. Like, why would they be throwing clubs? And they roughed again. And now at this stage, they played the king of clubs. And here, if I stop to pause rather than worrying about what my opening lead was, because that was so far gone, then I would know that they've got, my partner has to have a singleton queen of clubs. The whole hand is marked here. Right? They've got 2 diamonds. They've got no hearts. They have 7 clubs. They've led the jack and my partner put the queen on, and now they're leading the king. Now, if I just play low here, my partner can trump, and that has to be okay. I don't want to make it easy for them to get rid of my ace of clubs. But here, I put on the ace, and they roughed in. And my partner can actually beat this by not over roughing, but they should trust my ace of clubs, saying, hey, I've got club stopped, and that's fine. And then here, when they went queen of spades, and another spade, and now that West hand's high. And I think this hand's just a great illustration of it's fine to make one mistake, but my thought process had, like, it wasn't there. I was thinking about some things, but this hand is like my biggest regret from the finals. So I thought I would highlight it here. It really illustrates, like, the thing that really aggravates me is like making multiple mistakes. It's fine to make a mistake, but then backing it up with another one really just throws the hand away. But if that wasn't enough, I'll jump to the very next hand. And I do want to note, this hand is the one I regret most. But here, this one's pretty interesting. So it goes pass from partner. West opens a heart. We've got 15 points, and we've got some nice intermediates here. We've got 10 of spades, 9, 8 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 9 of clubs. And East doubles for values. And this went pass. And I could redouble for rescue if I wanted. I won no trump. Had other options other than just a 15-18 balanced, but here it doesn't really change anything. I elected to pass. And here we get the ace of spades lead, and Pummy partner comes down with a 2 count, and it looks kind of bad, but we've got 4 diamond tricks, it looks like. If West has the ace king of clubs, then maybe we can get 4 diamonds and a club. Maybe I could sneak a heart in some world where that's happening. Basically, when dummy comes down, my goal is to hopefully get out for down 1. Maybe I can just lose 4 spades, 2 clubs, and 1 heart, and that would be an absolute dream scenario. But if I can get out for down 2, I would be kind of happy. So it goes ace of spades, and the jack drops, and then it goes queen of spades, and East shows out, and here they pitch a diamond, and at this stage, it's not good. East just has 6 solid spades. I was hoping for like 2 down, maybe 1 down on a bad day, but now they have 6 spade tricks, they have the ace of hearts, they have the ace king of clubs. So that's 9 tricks. At best case, I've got 4, and that's with my queen of clubs actually being a stopper. Okay. But things go from bad to worse when East actually continues the 6 of spades here. This goes low. West pitches a heart. And here I pitch a heart. And here, interestingly, the way that East plays their spades is suit preference. So they played the ace of spades, then they played the lowest spade they could win with, which was the queen. They had ace, king, queen. I had to beat my 10. And now they've played the 6. They're saying they have a club card. Basically what they're doing is saying, I'm going to run all my spades, and then I'm going to play clubs. I have something in clubs, partner. So now I know they've got 6 spades, and my queen of clubs is not going to be a stopper either. So here goes another spade, and again they're still playing them from the bottom up, and I pitched a heart. And here one of the real issues comes on the hand is discarding more cards from my hand is really awkward. If I throw the king of hearts or queen of hearts, West's ace jack are good. If I throw diamonds, they're diamond winners I'm throwing away, and if I throw clubs, that's my potential club stopper or being able to block clubs that actually breaks. But here I figure I have to start throwing diamonds. I throw a diamond and another spade. And at this stage, I throw a high diamond so that maybe if I get in, I can go ace of diamonds, jack of diamonds, overtaking with the queen, cash the 9. And finally, the spades have stopped. And now it's time for clubs. So I pitch a heart. And it goes club over to the ace, and it goes club back, and I could play West for ace king of clubs, but East has signaled really hard for clubs. But how do I try and block the suit was kind of my thoughts. I figured I didn't see how the 9 was going to help that much, so I tried the queen and another club, and West wins. And at this stage I played the 8 of clubs, and yeah, there's only 1 club left. And I was trying to work out, why didn't West cash their ace of hearts? So my options here are, did West have 5 hearts, 5 clubs, and 3 diamonds? 2 diamonds and a spade. In which case, if I pitch a heart now, I actually don't think I get any tricks, because they get their club and then they get the ace jack of hearts and 1 more club. So why hasn't West cashed their ace of hearts? The other option is they're playing a club and East is winning it. And East doesn't have any hearts. I started with 4 in the south hand and 4 in the north hand. And yeah, I realized that I would have really liked to have backtracked and watched how many diamonds West pitched. Like, is West got another club here and just trying to lure me into pitching my heart away? In the end, I decided to just pitch my ace of diamonds. East wins the 10, and now just comes out a diamond. And here, the 3 diamonds to the 6 is enough to get a trick because of what's happened here. So it goes 2 of diamonds, and when I win the queen, it goes 9 of diamonds, 5 of diamonds. The 3 to the 6 was enough. If they had 4, 3, 2, my 5 would have actually been high. But at this stage, I played the queen, played the 9 of diamonds, and they get one more trick there. So yeah, I overcalled a no trump in the final of the Gold Coast, got doubled, sat it, got 2 tricks and went for 1,400. Yikes. So these were 2 boards back to back. Now, this one obviously felt like terrible, but like I saw a world where that could have been flat. Like overcalling a no trump's not unreasonable. Sitting the 1 no trump doubled, not unreasonable. And going for 1,400, that's what can happen. Whereas the previous board was the board where I made most of my mistakes. But it happened that both of these were flat. The Jack of Diamonds play happened, and not covering with the Ace of Clubs. I think you should do it, but easy to make the mistake of there's the king. I don't want the king to win and just covering. I was super fortunate. Both of these boards were flat. But, you know, we still have to play more. Getting that out of your mindset that you've just had a board where you defended quite poorly, and then a board where you go for 1,400 vol against not. Yikes. So one more board that I wanted to highlight here. And here we've got this nice hand. We've got 19 points. Earlier I showed a hand with 16 points, I think, here, where I actually just bid game. And we've only got 16 points on this one. But I just bid 4 spades. This one, I've got 19 points, but I wasn't actually willing to bid game. I opened 1 heart, and I went pass, pass, and the opponents came back in. They bid 2 diamonds. They kept the auction alive. But what I was thinking is, if partner can't respond, what do I actually need to make game? So if partner's got the king of hearts, just 3 points, then we can probably make game. If they've got the ace of spades, we can definitely make game. If they had something like the 10 of hearts and like king, queen of diamonds or something unlikely, maybe we can make game. Here I actually thought that 3 hearts was a bit pushy. I was trying to think of what would we actually need to make game. And I was thinking of just bidding 2 hearts, then 3 hearts. But I felt like if partner had a trick for me, I wanted them to actually bid. So I jumped to 3 hearts, and here they lead, and partner has nothing. They've got nothing. And I lose the 5 tricks that you'd actually expect. But at the other table, they bid to 4 hearts with this hand. Like, it's a really strong hand. It's a hand where you're thinking initially, do I want to open 2 clubs or not? It's sort of like on that book, that reference. But once you've made the decision to open 1 heart, I don't think that you need to push to game anymore. I think there's a lot more pressure bidding to game on your first opportunity rather than giving the opponents time to explore what they should actually be doing. So here, once I decided not to open 2 clubs, I thought settling for 3 hearts was good. The other table got to 4 hearts, got doubled, and went 2 down. But yeah, that was the Gold Coast final. I don't think that in the final bit that I actually played that well. But it's really good to have good teammates. I thought I had some really cool hands earlier in the event. But I hope you enjoyed them. The good and the bad, and can learn some interesting stuff from it. So thanks all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.